Hello, this is Alec Kerr, the film critic for the Conway Daily Sun, and this week I want to talk about the announcement that the new Superman movie is going to be a Batman and Superman movie. And I have a really mixed reaction to this. I was not a huge fan of Man of Steel, and it's the same team that made Man of Steel making this Batman and Superman movie. It's going to be Zack Snyder. David Goyer is going to be writing it. I'm just not really sure this is the right direction to go with Superman and Batman. And I realize that what DC Comics and Warner Brothers is trying to do is trying to follow the Marvel template and do a Justice League movie, just like Marvel did an Avengers movie, and have all their superheroes come together. And they're trying to fast-track that, because Nolan's Batman series, his trilogy, was just supposed to be that. There isn't supposed to be any more Batman movies in that universe. Christian Bale has said that he's not going to play the role again. And this kind of gets a little bit murky now, because Nolan has said he is done with Batman, but Zack Snyder put in the Wayne Enterprises logo on a satellite in Man of Steel, and it's the exact same style as the one from Nolan's Dark Knight series. So that implies that this is taking place in the same universe. So now that they've done that, it doesn't really make any sense if they don't follow through with it. And the only way to really make that work, if it is taking place in the same universe, and this is kind of a spoiler for those who haven't seen Dark Knight Rises, is the character played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, John Blake, at the end of Dark Knight Rises, is inherited the Batman role. So really the only way to go on would be to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt take on the role as Batman. And if they were to do that, I would actually be very interested in that, but I don't think they're going to go down that path. So that means there must be a new Batman introduced, and they don't want to introduce Batman in a new film and have to do all of that. So their plan is to put him into a Superman movie, and that's how they're going to introduce the new Batman. And I suppose on paper that seems to be a really smart idea, but I'm not sure it really will work out, because with this new Batman, there would have to be a new tone introduced, a new attitude about the character probably, because as is, Superman and Batman, as they've been introduced in this universe created by Christopher Nolan, because Nolan was a producer on Man of Steel, they're essentially the same character. They're both very dark and very brooding, and the whole dynamic between Batman and Superman is they're supposed to have different ideologies, different personalities, and right now you just have two superheroes that are essentially going to just be agreeing with each other. There is another option, though, that was brought to my attention. At the RoboCop panel at Comic-Con, Michael Keaton had this moment.
I'm old enough to have interviewed you for when you were Batman coming out, so very
I am Batman.
Now, that got me thinking. Michael Keaton should come back as Batman. And there actually is precedent for this, because there was the Dark Knight Returns comic book written by Frank Miller, which has him return when he's much older. It would be fascinating to have an older Batman out of retirement interacting with this new Superman. I would love that. That would be fantastic. No way it's going to possibly happen, but that would be an awesome option. I just hope they come up with something good. I hope they don't rush it to just try to compete with Marvel. They are positioning this Batman and Superman movie to compete with the Avengers 2 in 2015. It seems like it's more money-driven than creatively driven. But of course, because I am a movie guy, I will go and check it out. Anyway, come back for another Real Thoughts next week. Bye.